everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Stonehearth Alpha 20. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day because I just spent 3 hours, and I'm not joking, I mean 3 hours, building the walls for the castle. They're done, but it took actually over 3 hours. I'm recording this video at exactly 11:28 p.m. The previous episode, I finished recording at 8:07 p.m. So, that whole time, I've had the game running, the Hearthlings have been building this. It took a while. It took quite a while. It's not done yet. They're still putting some of the doors in, but the front doors are done, so the gatehouse is done. So it means we can technically start moving people in here, which is what I'd like to do. So my plan, I think, is to immediately jump in here and start designing another building, because we're gonna need a significant storage space over here for all of the things that we're gonna have, which is basically everything. So we're gonna design a custom building, we're gonna go to foundations, and we're gonna start, let's say, somewhere like that should be fine. So that's going to be the beginning of the foundation. We're going to just pause the game because there's a dangerous goblin coming in. And I want to run this just the whole way to pretty much there, to be honest. That should be a decent size for a warehouse. And this is just going to be a warehouse. I'm going to put the crafting facilities over here at some point. Then maybe the crafting facilities could go here, and then this can be like a living space or something. Then I want to put some farms and stuff in this little area down here. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on with the warehouse, which I'd actually like to make out of some interesting materials. I think the pillars I would like to... Well, that's not quite right. Let's not select... Can I just select the entire floor plan here for a second? Because I'd like to change that back to whatever it was, which was that. The pillars I would like to make out of a sort of nice wood there, because that seems quite nice. So they're going to be that wood. That one's going to be made out of that wood as well. And there we go. That seems quite nice. I don't know if that's the material I want to go for the walls, though. Maybe more of a white one there, rather than the yellow one, unless we go for... Oh, no, that's not the color I want either. Let's just go for the white walls there with the wood pillars. And then the roof for this is going to be remarkably simple, because it is just going to be a warehouse, except this time the roof color is going to be a little bit different. We could go for the red, I think. I think that'll look pretty good, actually. So let's say that that'll do, but I want to undo for the time being so I can get some crates and chests in there, because I want those all to go in. Oh, hello. Did not mean to do that. I may have hit the R key in an attempt to rotate the chest, which is not quite the button I was looking for. So here's the question. Can I just place an infinite... Oh, God, this is going to take a while, isn't it? Because I can't just click and drag to do this. So this is legitimately going to take quite some time to place a whole bunch of chests in here. But I think that's kind of okay, because... Oh, did I get this to be was this an even number? Yes, it was. Beautiful. So those fit perfectly, which is brilliant news. So let's go ahead and rotate this, and we're going to leave a gap of 2. To be honest, I think 2 should be fine, and we can just go ahead and place a giant row of chests along here, and we can get another couple... Oh, I didn't want to do that. Undo. There we go. We can get another row or 2 after this, and then a little bit later on, I'll go ahead and add in the rest of them. I don't want to fill this up just yet. There's not really much point. We don't need that much storage space. In fact, we will never, ever fill up this warehouse. And you might be aware, you might have noticed, 31 Hearthlings. So we do have a bit more storage space than we had in the previous episode, but we will never fill this up. Never, ever will we fill this up. So I think that'll probably be okay for the time being. I don't think we need more than that. So I do want to go ahead and get some windows on here. We could go for those kind of windows, the sort of clay windows, which I do think look quite nice. We've got the wooden ones as well. I think I'll go for the wood ones, because they match the pillars really nicely. So let's go ahead and get some wood windows here. And I am going for the big ones, but I'm raising them up so no one can go through them. I also know that you don't really have big windows like this in a warehouse, but I'll be honest, I think it's gonna look better if we have, oh, I didn't want to do that. I think it's gonna look better if we have some nice big windows here. Otherwise, it's just gonna look like a big old box, and that's not really what I want to go for. Let's see, what can I do in the middle there? I could put a door. We could do things a little differently and put the door in the middle of this, which would fit quite nicely there. I do like the idea of going for the wood tunnel door, just because it is a bit bigger. I like that, actually. I think that's a good place to put the entrance to the storage facility. So that's a sizable building. I think I would like to get some windows on this end as well, just for the heck of it. So we'll do the same thing that we were doing before, where we do that sort of thing. And that looks all right. I think it's quite nice. Let's go ahead and get some lights on here as well, just so it has a bit of light coming off of it, basically. We could also add some banners, which I'd like to do. I'd like to get a small banner there and there. I'd like to get some of the wall-mounted wooden lights, and I'm going to put them there and there, and there and there. Then do the same on this side, and then we'll get a couple just around here as well. So we'll go for those two spots and those two spots, and I like it. So eventually I am going to have to throw a whole bunch of chests in there, which means I'm going to have to make them, actually. Oh, it might be better if I just place all of these now and have the game automatically make the chests for me, rather than me trying to make them later on. Okay, this is going to take a little while. Okay, the castle warehouse is done. We've got all the chests in there. We have everything set to go. This is what it's going to look like. Fairly basic, I'll admit. It's not the most exciting looking building, but I think it's going to be a good start for the castle. So we're going to start building that. We're going to get it done. We were being attacked, weren't we? There was a dangerous goblin nearby. So let's go ahead and, I guess, send everybody out to attack said dangerous goblin. Just like so. Now, there have been a couple of changes. Not just in terms of population number and the completion of the castle. We have got at least one of the upgraded quivers for the archers. I know we have the freezing one. We have one of them, at least. So I can confirm that we can now slow down enemies as they try to run away, which is some pretty good news. If I do say so myself, some pretty good news. I'm also thinking, and I have been thinking the whole time that this has been getting built, that I'd like to get rid of the town hall. Because it's not really a building we're going to need anymore. And it's also not in a great spot, because I want to try and remake the bridge. So the town hall, it's gone. We don't have a town hall anymore, which is, you know, probably not ideal. A lot of people slept in there, but I think we have enough beds for everyone. I'm not certain, but we can make it work one way or another. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to come over to here. I'd like to go to build. I'd like to design a building. And I want to make it out of stone. And oh, that's foundation. I want slabs. I want to see if this is that the full pattern? No, not quite. That's a shame. That would look good if it was the full pattern, but I'm not going to get that. No, there's no way I can get the proper pattern for that. So we're going to go for a red bridge instead. And it's going to be 9 wide. It needs to go the whole way across, which is a significant distance. I don't know if they can actually do this, but we're going to find out. And it needs to go to there. So that's going to be the bridge that is going to be used to get to the castle. Although I'm thinking that I kind of want to change that up. I want to make it a little bit more impressive looking. So we're going to go with this sort of this cork color. And we're going to go 11. 11 seems good. So 11. And like that. And then I want to raise it up a little bit. I basically want to make the bridge a bit taller. I want it to go to there. And then I want it to come out like this. and I want it to do that. So we want 4, 4, 4, and we want to do that on the other side, although we need to line that up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to this color, and we're going to extend it from here, except it's not going to be 11, it is going to be 9, because we're going to have railings and stuff on the sides. So that's 9. It comes the whole way across. It is 9 wide. Where's the 9? There's the 9. So it's going to come the whole way across. It's going to go to there. And we need to go back to the cork killer and go 11 and 4. And then 11 by 4. 11 by 4. And there was only 3 of them? I did only do 3 levels. Okay. That's totally fine. So this gets connected to there like that. And then what I'd like to do is go for this gunmetal gray color and just slightly outline that bit, which is a little bit of a pain because there is stuff lying around there, but we'll make it work. We're going to slightly outline all of that up to about there. Then I'd like to go ahead and throw a mid-gray onto this. I need to remember the colors I'm using here, otherwise this is going to be such a pain in the butt. We'll throw a mid-gray on there. Just like so. And then I'll do something with the sides in a second, but let's go back to gunmetal and bring that the whole way across here. I really hope this works. So you might be wondering, why am I revisiting the bridge thing? It didn't work once. Why is it going to work this time? Well, I'm not certain, but I have a sneaking suspicion that I forgot to add letters into the lake correctly the last time we built this. So I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to see if we can make the bridge work this time. And it's not going to be necessarily as impressive as the previous one. But I like this. I do. I think this looks pretty good. We've got a nice texture on the top of it. And it is all made of stone, so it's going to be relatively easy to go and mine. But what I would like to do is go underneath. And I want to get a... I want to get the trout color, I guess. And sort of see if I can bring it... oh, this isn't really going to work well, is it? And that needs to be... Oh, yeah, that's awkward. So that needs to go to there, basically. So that needs to be, what, 9 wide? So if I can get it all the way over to here and get it to be 9 wide, which it is, that's going to give the bridge a nice sort of space underneath that makes it look a little bit more supported. So that's 9. And that comes to, oh dear, there. And there's like a gap of 2. Seriously? Oh dear. Let's see. Can I make this work? Come on, work with me. There's got to be just like, yeah, 2 more bits need filled in. There we go. So that, as interesting as it is, that I think is going to be the bridge. And I like it. I really do. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of decoration over here to make this bit a little bit better. So we'll go for something like this, just to sort of cover it up, I guess. And that looks like it's supported. I really like that, actually. I'm really happy with it. I think it'll do the job. Just got to make sure that it's actually gets built, I suppose. So let's just do the same little bit of detail done on this end, which, did I do it wrong? I don't think I did. No, I went 4 and 4 and 4. Then that goes in there. And 4, 4. Not like that, because I can undo these, but it's always a bit of a pain. We'll do that sort of thing. We'll do the same on this side. And we'll do the same over here. And then the bridge is sorted and good to go. And I think what I'll do is actually have them work on the bridge rather than working on the other thing. Also, looking at this has me very tempted to bring this across as a bit of a trim for it, but it'll do the job as is. Let's just look at some potential decorations, because I think that's going to be important. I can throw that into that spot that I think will look good, and I think that'll look pretty good too. Let's head over here and do a similar job there and there. And that looks alright. It's huge, and it's not supported at all underneath. I could go in and support it underneath, but I really don't want to do that, because it's just more construction work for these guys. So that is the giant bridge. We are finished editing. We are going to build it. We're going to start building. And I'm going to pause construction on the warehouse. Because I want to see if this bridge can be done. So we don't have the net worth for a 30-second Hearthling. But that's okay. We don't need it. As long as we can build this bridge. A trader approaches. Let's see. Hello, New Nerdingham. I'm just passing through, but I'd be willing to make a trade or two. If you're interested, you can make me 7 steel and 7 steel for 2 iron helms. Get lost, buddy. Get right out of here, mate. What kind of nonsense is that? 7 bloody steel for 2 iron helms. Uh-oh, hello. Or goblin thieves. I don't think I need to worry about the goblin thieves because they just run along, basically. Also, I'm gonna have some chickens killed. Because if I kill some chickens, I can get some feathers and I can make more of the quivers. Because we currently have, let's see. Yeah, we've got 6 of these still to be made. And I do want to get the fire quivers on the go. Because I think it'd be real useful to have. So we currently have 2 feathers. Doesn't seem like we got any more from killing other chickens. So let's see if we can kill some more. If the shepherd wouldn't mind. So, oh, there we go. There's some feathers. So that means that we are indeed going to make that. I think. The shepherd might have used one of the feathers or something. I don't know. But hopefully we can make ourselves a fire quiver because that would be a real useful thing to have. Now, what are all of you guys doing at the moment? Building foundations, fair enough. Do I maybe want to put some ladders here just to make it a little bit easier for them? I feel like that wouldn't be a terrible idea. Let's do just that. Let's put a ladder there and a ladder can go just there as well. Because that'll just make it a little bit easier for them to get up and down into and out of the water. This side's going to need some work as well. Man, this might not work. But I bloody hope it does. Because it'll look awesome if it does. It's going to be really nice having like a giant bridge straight over to the new fort. And then this is like the only thing that we're going to need to defend. Because I've never seen enemies spawn in this area. At all. Never seen them do it. I've seen them spawn on the old bridge that used to be here. Once or twice. They have spawned on that. So they might spawn on the bridge. But I don't think they'll spawn inside the fort. Especially if that's where all of the Hearthlings are living. Speaking of which, I could start working on the sleeping quarters. That's the thing I could go ahead and design. Because I kind of want to give everybody like their own room. Although we do have 31 people. So that's maybe a silly idea. 31, so what? That would be like... I could just do 15... I could do 2 floors and do 15 small rooms per floor. Or I could do 3 floors of 10. And then... you know what? If I do 4 floors of 10... Or 3 floors of 15... That gives us a lot of room for expansion. I'm gonna try 3 floors of 15. Depending on how big this area is. So, foundations. Let's start as we mean to go on. And we need this to be, like, what, 30 wide? No, 30 wide would give them a room that's 2. 45 would give them a... Can I get 60? Because that'll give them a room that is, like, 4 wide. Let's just go like that. Let's just go to that size. Because that should be fine. 70 by 38. That's going to be more than enough space. It's a considerable size, too. Can I change the foundation, though? I kind of want to make it out of wood. Just because. Do I hear something, like, stomping around? I swear I hear one of the giant golems stomping around somewhere. Maybe, oh, it was these guys. It was this that I heard. Those guys all fighting. That's fine. Yeah, for some reason, sound in Stonehearth does that. You can hear it from a bloody mile away. Let's go for this floor, I guess. This sort of wood tone here. And that'll nicely do the job. Now, this building is, much like the previous one, just going to be a big old square, because there's not a lot I can do with it. So let's go ahead and... Oh, what way am I going to do this? I feel like the walls on this need to be... Can I just go for, like, this? Just go for ash? And then make the columns ash as well? Because that is just a big old white building. If I go for stone and stone columns, I could admittedly just make a giant stone building, which might be an idea. We could go for trout, just the whole way around. Definitely an option that I'm considering. The reason I'm going for the sort of basic materials on all sides is because this way I can put the interior walls in and it's not gonna go mental. Although I realize the top floor on this is gonna need to just be... that'll just need to be one room. You know what? We're just gonna make a sleeping hole. We're just gonna make a sleeping hole where everybody's gonna sleep. Everybody's just gonna have a bed. It's gonna be spaced out quite nicely. But I don't want to try and make the several floors because that's just gonna be too much hassle and the game isn't really going to enjoy it all that much. So let's go right across to there. That's fine. Then what I'd like to do is go for this kind of thing because I want the dining hall to be here as well. So the dining hall is going to be that size. I feel like we don't need the sleeping hall to be this size, to be honest. But it's going to be. It is going to be considerable. So that is the sleeping hall. Then I can add some walls to all of this. I kind of do want to go for the rough stone because it matches the aesthetic of the rest of the castle. So go for that sort of look. We are going to need to get some freestanding walls, which are going to go like this, up to... Oh, they can't go that far, can they? So it's going to go like this. We are going to have just some pillars in the middle of all this, but that's totally fine. So that's going to come down like this and go to there. So that's fine. I don't think I can bring a thing out of that, can I? No, I'm going to have to double that up, unfortunately. Right, do that then. So is that's kind of the midpoint there. So if I did that and that. Yeah, that sort of works. So the dining hall, I mean, from the hallway looks fine. It's for some reason got the double pillars. From the inside, it does, admittedly, look a little bit crap. But that's okay. We'll not worry too much about it. Let's just go for a wooden, fine wooden door there for the dining hall. And we'll go for like a wooden double door. Sort of just here, I guess. We'll get one up there as well. And that's going to be where they sleep. It's going to be a little bit silly. But that's going to be where they sleep. So, do I want to do anything interesting with this? Because I could very well, if I wanted to, go ahead and put another floor on that. And, I used trout for the pillars, I think. Because if I put another floor on that, I can put some more walls up there. Just like so. Now, there is a pillar there for no reason. But then what I can start doing is putting the roof on this. The roof can go there, and I can put some custom roofs on all of this bit. Oh, hello. There's, let's close that permanently. So I can put like a big old standard roof on this. Which admittedly looks kind of dumb, so I'd probably want to do something like that. I don't mind that, to be honest. I think the only complaint I have is that the columns need to be made from trout so that they match everything. And I think the interior columns, I'm going to do the same and change those to be trout columns as well. And the stone walls and that, but the columns are going to be trout. So the same there, the same there, the same there, and the same just there. And that helps everything just blend together so much better. Now that I do kind of like. I think it looks interesting. I mean, there's no real need for this second story. No real need at all, so I'm tempted to get rid of it. But at the same time, it does add a bit of depth to the building. I could put some balconies or something up here. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe, if I just use the V tool there, I can go in. I can maybe get rid of some bits of floor here. So if I was to get rid of like that, and then put some stairs in there, which I think would be a pretty good idea. Let's make the stairs out of wood. Let's go for that wood because it looks interesting. We'll do the stairs like that. So that lets you come upstairs. I think I kind of want to change that floor to be made of wood as well. I don't remember what the floor downstairs was, so this one's going to be ash because it's fancier. So that's going to go to there. This is going to come across. This is going to go to right there. And this little bit needs to be touched up as well. So that means we still have the stone on the outside, but we now have wood on the inside, which I think looks quite nice. We can put some windows out here. We can go ahead and actually put some of the, what was it, trout was what we used before. So I want to get some floors. And what I want to do is bring trout across there and bring it all around all of this. Because I actually like the idea of like a surrounding balcony. Maybe only going as far as that though. Because there's not much sense in having it go down here. That doesn't make too much sense at all, really. So we'll go back and get the wood, which we were using. Actually, no, we can use a different one here because this is now outside. So we'll use slabs for this. We'll go to wood. We'll go to sandal. And we'll fill all of this in. And that's going to be the balcony, which is going to have a different type of stone for the kind of edging, which is the same type of stone we used for the edging around the walls, which is a pretty cool little bit of detail there. So that should be fine. I do want to get some trout stone going the whole way down here and filling all of that in. And we'll bring it up to there as well. But the roof is going to go on that. So that's where a bit of roof is going to go. Now the roof for this bit, I might actually... it's going to be a little bit tricky because it needs to be that, but I don't know what color that is. Does it tell me? Light volcano, volcano, and rustic red. So it is a combination of colors. So light volcano, volcano, rustic red. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. Okay. What if we were to change up the slabs here? No, I don't really want to do that. I want to just get a roof on here. So let's go for... Let's start with light volcano. And just bring it across. Just like that. Let's go with volcano as the next one. This isn't really going to match the rest of it. But that's just going to have to be okay because there's really nothing I can do about it. So let's get some trout in here. Let's mix up some of the slabs as well so I can just get them to be different colors because they're definitely going to need to be that. Let's go for a nice dark one there and there as well. Let's bring this up a little bit. And that'll be fine. That's the height I want this to go to. So let's go for another bit of volcano. I also need to erase you for a second. Put a bit of volcano in there. I think the rest of this is just going to be volcano. And it's going to go like that. Now, someone's going to get stuck in there, aren't they? I can absolutely see that happening. So I might want to get, like, a way out of there. I don't know how I'd do it, though. Huh. I didn't think about this. Maybe we don't do a floor on that. Maybe that is just going to go straight up into... Maybe that's going to come straight up from the hallway. That seems like the best way to stop anyone from getting stuck in there. Which is a pain, but I really don't want them to get stuck again. So let's just do this. Oh, for God's sake, it's really difficult to do this. So do that. And then do that. And then do that. So that goes straight up from that hallway, and that seems fine. I actually really like that. Also, I do apologize that this episode is basically just me rambling and saying we're going to do that, we're going to do that, we're going to do that. Because I know this isn't the most exciting for people, but I'm really interested in getting this castle done. Because I want to see what it's going to look like when it's done. Right, so that looks fine to me. It's an interesting looking building. Definitely an interesting looking building. But I really do like it. Can I go for like an ironclad door up here? Because that doesn't seem like it'd be a terrible idea either. So let's go for an ironclad door just on the other side of this, just at the end of the stairs. So you can come up and go straight out onto this, this pointless balcony. As for the inside, honestly, it is just gonna be sleeping quarters. In fact, the lower floor might not even be that. It might just be the upper floor that's the sleeping quarters, because I really can't be bothered trying to squeeze in a bunch of, oh, for God's sake, I keep hitting R to rotate things. I can't be bothered trying to squeeze a bunch of beds in. Well, you know what? I guess I can. Let's get the beds in done here, and see what we can do. Okay, so this is what the building is going to look like. I haven't put anything on the balcony yet because I'm not really sure what's going to go up there, but this is pretty much where everybody's going to live. If we have a little look, you can see that the top floor has a whole bunch of beds. They're all fancy beds and all that stuff. There's a lot of dressers in there for a bit of decoration. There's nothing on this lower floor because it is such a pain in the butt to place things downstairs. I did get some stuff into the dining hall, but it is just a bunch of tables, not really much else. It's not really the most exciting place in the world, but it's gonna do the job. So we're gonna get them building that as soon as we possibly can. Now, why did I pause the game when I was doing all of that? I could have had them working on the bridge. I can't believe I didn't have them working on the bridge. Oh boy. Good. Just what I need. Just more time where they're not doing anything. Brilliant. Let's send Red Team down to do some fighting here. Because that doesn't seem like a terrible idea at all. We also don't have the money for that 30-second Hearthling just yet. But we'll get it eventually, I imagine. Let's attack this guy to start with. Okay, focus on that one. Then focus on the big one. Oh yeah, he's on fire. There we go. Then focus on the little guy. Oh, this is nice. This is real nice having the fire arrows there. Look at that. Look at that nonsense. Oh, it's so effective. Oh god, invaders. That's gonna be a problem. We aren't in the best location at the moment, I'll be honest. There are a lot of enemies. But I think the fact that fire and ice are hitting them is doing some pretty good work there. Yeah, that guy's not gonna last very long. So we'll get him killed. We'll get this guy killed. Everybody shoot him. Let's go for this little goblin. He's doing nothing wrong, but we'll get him anyway. We'll go for this guy too. Nice and quickly. Please don't fall off the map. I don't know if that's a thing you can do, but I'd really not like to find out. I can't imagine they can fall off the map, but that's not one of those things you want to test. There we go. So that guy's been slowed down and set on fire. So absolutely beautiful there. So that's some good stuff. We set people on fire. We did a bunch of good. So the bridge is coming along. I'm just worried that they're not going to finish it like they didn't before. I really am. Like, I'm really concerned that they won't finish this. I want them to. Oh boy, I want them to. I just don't trust that they're gonna. Well, the good news is that the bridge is actually coming along really nicely and looks like it might actually get done. The bad news is that we don't have enough stone to finish it. So what we're gonna do is go underground, and you'll notice I've been mining out some space down here. Yeah, this is at the bottom of the map. We can't go any deeper in the quarry, so I decided to expand out a little bit. So we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing here with the, just expanding this bit, basically. Don't know where my brain was going there, but we're doing this. We're just gonna make this a bit wider. That's gonna get us some good stone. And that's hopefully gonna be enough stone to help us finish the bridge. And what's more, you can't even see that mining operation. It's done in the quarry, and there's pretty much no evidence of it, which I kind of like. I kind of like the fact there's no evidence. It's nice. It's nice, is what I'm saying. I am curious, though. Can I go into, like, design a custom building and say that I want stairs that are... Oh, wow. That would be a yes. And interestingly, I can get stairs that would go the whole way down there. I kind of want to try that. I kind of want, like, a giant wooden staircase that goes down into the quarry. Because that's so much better than what we already have, so... Something like that. Absolutely get that done. Finished editing and build. Let's get that going. Let's see if we can get a giant staircase into the quarry, because then I can get rid of these bits. These bits won't be necessary at all, and it looks so much better. Although I'm not convinced they're going to actually do it. But we'll see. Anyway, daily update. We are so close to getting our 32nd Hearthling. We are painfully close to that 32nd Hearthling. What are you guys doing? You're just sort of standing about. We do have the materials. Some of them. We don't have enough to do the rest of it, but we are getting there, so we can certainly hope for the best. Now, if we have a little look in here, still no work started on the staircase. That's fine. I know the staircase isn't necessary, by the way. I could adapt this into a staircase, or I could just do one big ladder. But a staircase just seems so much more fun. I feel like a staircase is just going to look so much better as well. So a staircase is what we're going for here. Looks like, oh no, it is being started. Interestingly, it's constantly saying like, hey, we're going to have to put a ladder here, but I feel like it doesn't. I feel like they're building scaffolding for nothing. Because we managed to build all of that thus far without any scaffolding. So that's kind of strange that we built all of that without any scaffolding. And then they built the scaffolding after the thing itself was built. I feel like we don't need it. That's what I'm getting at here. Anyway, how does the mining operation go? Mining operation's going pretty good. They are about halfway done with it, which is good. They are going to get a lot of just generic resources from that. They're going to get some ores. They're going to get stuff like that. So they're not necessarily going to get all the stone that we'd need to finish this little section of the bridge, but we'll get there. We'll get the stone eventually. Yeah, look, again, they did it again. They don't need the scaffolding. It's completely unnecessary, but they're like, oh, you know what? We're going to build it anyway. Health and safety and all that, lads. Health and safety. Gotta look after the workers, or at least make it look like we're looking after the workers. Doesn't matter if we're not actually looking after the workers, as long as it looks like we are. Yeah, again. Like, is that going to finish it? Oh, that was so... Well, it is technically finished, actually. Oh, that's so close to being done. Like, so close to being done. Can we finish this? Because then I can mine all this out. And it'll look amazing. Rugged Survivalist with her wares. Not that interested, but I guess I could sell a bunch of that. I'll also sell all of the wool, because we really don't need it. So there we go. Scaffolding's up on the whole thing. Fair enough. Let's start mining this out then. Let's go ahead and say that we want to remove that ladder and remove that ladder. And we should be able to say, go ahead and mine that whole bit out. Doesn't seem like a terrible idea to me. We'll get this started. We'll get it going. We'll do some good stuff. So that's going to go away. They're all going to start using the staircase. The bridge is looking like it'll continue soon. They've finished up this section. They're coming over here now. Hopefully, we're going to see them start working on more scaffolding down here. Though I'm pretty sure that is where the bridge ended the last time. So I'm a little concerned. Daily updates here. Hey! We got our 32nd Hearthling. Beautiful. Ella Tenter. Okay, interesting name. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is where the bridge ended last time, so this is great. This is, boy, please work. It is like halfway there. Maybe they're going to start building it from that side. I mean, I doubt it. I'm not that lucky. But they might. They might start building it from that side. I might get lucky this time. Also, is it just me, or are they not finishing the staircase? No, they finished it. Just as I clicked on it. They just finished it. Just to make the point. That's what that was. They were just making a point. Oh, come on. Please don't do this again. Please let me actually get the bridge here. That's all I want. I just want to be able to actually get the bridge across this whole thing, because it'll look amazing. I mean, we have so much stuff to build in here as well that we can't not have the bridge. It's absolutely a must-have thing. Also, my frame rate is just dire. It's like playing Software Inc. at the minute. It's down to like mid-20s at times. Oh, hello. Armed Goblin. Do we need to worry about it? No. He's just going to run along and do his thing, which is fair enough. What are you guys up to over here? So, oh, they are expanding the scaffolding there. So hopefully that'll reach. That is technically all one construction. Maybe they are just going to do it from that side. I don't know. Either way, ladies and gents, I'm going to leave it there for today. This episode's gone on a little bit longer than I had planned for it to go on. Next time, I'd like to have this bridge finished, and I'd also like to possibly have these buildings finished so that you don't have to sit and just watch me ramble whilst the Hearthlings construct things. I should probably take a moment to explain my plans with this series. I know last time I said it's going to be daily going forward. That's not changing. These are different plans with regards to gameplay, because I know the last 2 episodes have been aesthetically focused. Basically, my idea is that we get this all finished. We get the fort done. We get them their new home, their new storage, their new crafting area, new farming. All of that stuff needs to be built. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build the gong. I think it's the scout gong that'll trigger the next level of enemies to start attacking us. Basically, the plan is to have a giant fort so we can hold out when enemies attack. And hopefully it'll work. Because if it works, it's going to be amazing. If it doesn't work, then this has all been for nothing, but we do get a really cool fort out of it. So we'll see what happens. Either way, ladies and gents, that's going to be it for today. So thank you kind of for watching. This has been Stonehearth Alpha 20 Part 13. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!